Are you curious to know how expensive the new Canon RF 100 to 500 millimeter lens will cost? Expecting it to be expensive? Well, what about the pricing for other lenses to be announced, like the 85 millimeter f2 or the 600 and 800 millimeter lenses? Let's get into it.
Delivering informative capability-based reviews and tutorials on camera gear, filming techniques, and content creation.
Hi, I'm Simon, and this is The Ordinary Filmmaker. If you're new here, subscribe to get notification of new videos like this one so you don't miss any news. And all the links to everything I talk about in this video, including any gear discussed, are placed in the description down below. But before I get into today's topic, a quick reminder that I'm giving away this Canon EF 50mm f1.8 lens. The contest ends July 31st. Subscribe to my channel for your chance to win. That's it. I do have more contest details in the description down below, or you can watch this video here. Let's get right to it. The Canon RF 100 to 500 millimeter f4 to 7.1 L series lens will cost £28.99 British pounds. So to come up with a US price, I remove the 20% VAT and we get £23.19. Now let's round it down to a standard Canon retail price and we get about £22.99. But that's not the real news here. And all this pricing information is considered confirmed and it's reported from Canon Rumors, so thanks to Craig Blair for this. Now the Canon 85mm that I know some of you have been asking about, f2, will cost 649 British pounds or about 549 US dollars. The 600mm f11 image stabilized STM lens that we've all been talking about, 699 British pounds. Now that will translate to about 600 US dollars. I can't believe it's that far under $1,000. Now the 800mm f11 image stabilized STM lens will cost 929 pounds or about 800 US dollars. I'm not surprised by the price of the 100 to 500 millimeter lens. It's pretty much in line with what I was expecting it to be. I even feared that it could be close to $29.99. But the big surprise is how far under $1,000 the 600 millimeter lens comes. That's staggering. Keep in mind that the UK price is confirmed, as I said, but the US price is a best guess, so I could be off by a little bit. Now what I did, as I mentioned above, is I removed the 20% value-added tax and converted the price to US dollars without adjusting the exchange rate. With the recent depreciation in the British pound, keeping the numbers about the same but lowering the US by around 10% or so, and then convert it to the closest 9 is pretty accurate, and I think accurate to within 10%. And even if I'm off by $100, it's still a steal. Now, before I get into more information, let me just show you one more image here, and this will help you understand the pricing difference between the UK and the US. Here we can see Canon UK. The price of the 24 to 105 f4 is $11.99. In the US, we see the number assigned, the price, at $10.99. So that's why I've lowered the price of these cameras by anywhere from $50 to $100, depending on whether it's $500 or $1,000. But enough maths. $599 or $600 is super cheap for a telephoto lens like this. I challenge you, try to find an equivalent out there for under $1,000. This is big news. I'm going to be buying this lens for sure just to try it out. I think I'll even get the extender, the 1.4 extender as well. I don't think I'll get the 2.0. What do you think? Should I get the 2.0? I'm not sure if I'm going to try to shoot wildlife or the moon first. Sure, I hear you. I do. F11, right? But this is for the ordinary filmmaker and photographer. Most of us are shooting in sunlight or with cloud cover. F11 is more than sufficient. And you should see what Ian Robertson is able to do with the M6 Mark II with an extender. He gets great moon shots. And look, it's got an aperture of f11. Now I understand some pros will be disappointed by this lens. You might not get enough bokeh, you might not get the image that you're looking for, but for the ordinary filmmaker and photographers, I mean, just look at the shot that Ian took at night of the moon. F11 is not as useless as some people are telling you, and at this price, how could you go wrong? It's a steal. And if the R5 and R6 are low-light monsters as we think they could be, as we hope they could be, this lens will perform very nicely. I'll have to try out the 1.4 extender. What do you think? Are you interested in the 600mm lens? At $599, are you willing to give it a try? Let me know in the comment section down below. But one more thing, and this is very surprising to me, that a channel like Ian Robinson's still hasn't broken the 1,000 subscriber level. Do me a favor and subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of tutorials on capturing the night sky from the moon to the Milky Way and how to process that stuff. And it's all done using APS-C camera bodies, and not one of them an Astro camera. But that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe for your chance to win this Canon EF 50mm f1.8 STM lens. Thanks so much for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker. We'll see you soon. Probably very soon. Take care.
Thank you for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker. All equipment used and notes are placed in the description box, show more box, or down arrow thingy next to the title on the mobile app.